else you'd like, give me a call, 96900 693 13 13 32. What about this one? What do you think about this? Junior Footy Club, Monash, had to cancel a fundraiser because of concerns raised by the local council. It was a poker night, was to be held at the Central Reserve Pavilion, which is owned by the council, tomorrow night. It's been cancelled at the last minute. Ross and John spoke briefly to the Monash Councillor Jeff Lake, who said the council had a strict gambling policy, anti-gambling policy in its facilities, and the poker night would be a double standard. Is that fair enough or not? One of the councillors who doesn't agree with is on the line, Councillor Theo Zographos. Good morning.
Good morning, Neil. Great to be with you again. Can I just answer your poll regarding newsreaders? You mentioned Graham Kennedy.
Yeah.
I work with George Zanekian, and I'd be a millionaire if I had $1 for every time George is stopped by women wanting a photo saying how much they love the moustache and the silky smooth voice.
Well, he's no oil painting. He's no oil painting George.
Well, I'm telling you, I've seen it with my own eyes. It's amazing. So I think it does resonate.
Oh, look, and George is a very warm character and it comes through. I'd agree with you. Okay, what do you think about this gambling thing? How old are the kids going to be involved in it?
Well, look, it's a family-oriented club. I don't have the ages of every single child that was going to be at the event, but I note that Ross and John conducted a poll this morning. 80% of listeners that responded said nothing was wrong with having this poker night. I think it's a decision that the club had every right to make either way. Councils shouldn't be intervening in the activities of sporting clubs to impose the council's political views on a particular issue.
So the council is anti-gambling, is it?
The council has a position that gambling is an important social issue that needs to be addressed by governments. I don't believe a poker night breaches any particular leasing agreement that council has with this particular club or any other club, particularly where no gambling was taking place. And, we should be encouraging clubs to fundraise. What
do you mean no gambling was taking place?
Well, my understanding is that, this wasn't where there were gambling in terms of a poker night. It was more poker was being played, but not so much gambling or, transaction of funds on every particular poker game.
How do you play poker without money? You bet with matchsticks or something?
Well, I mean, you might not use real money, or you might use, other forms of prizes. To be honest, I don't have the exact details.
I guess the age of the kids is important, though. It's a junior footy club. Are they over 18 or not?
I don't know, but the club as itself, the whole club, does have junior players in it, of course. It also has older teenage players as well. But my point is that even if it's a one-off event, Neil, it's not a venue or a club that has pokies or, conducts itself in terms of having many gambling events. It's a one-off event, and it was a long-standing event. I mean, if it was a new event, you could probably sit down with the club and express a view, but this is a long-standing event that was successful in previous years. I mean, I just feel that people are sick and tired of left-wing social engineering from councillors and bureaucrats in local government. Let's just, they can state a view, but don't force an event to be banned or cancelled. That's, in my view, that's madness.
Yeah. What about alcohol? I mean, can a junior footy club serve alcohol to people over 18 when the kids are there?
Legally, I'm 90% certain they can, but I encourage any clubs to have a no-alcohol policy, particularly if they're junior sporting clubs. But it should be their decision. And if they want to take that decision, they should be applauded for it. If they don't, and, I can understand why they wouldn't, because at the end of the day, adults have every right to drink alcohol, or then, they can have certain events for certain age groups. But that's a separate issue. My issue here is councils banning. This is a very dangerous precedent, banning an event because they don't agree with its politics.
Okay, thank you very much. Councillor Theo Zographos from Monash Council. So it's